I see Nish in the chat. I get mixed signals on the ladder all the time too. Like, oh, not like this. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Altitude, we have the Canadian Protoss player, one of the best Protoss in all of the Americas, representing Team Basilisk. It is Trigger. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Altitude, we have his opponent. We have the best Protoss player in all of Latino America, representing Team LTK. It is Pacomike. Let's go, Bobby. Let us go. So now we've moved on from the TVP into our first PvP of the night. A bit of a Latin America versus North America matchup. And I'm always really excited. I'm always really excited whenever I see Pacomike face off against any of the North Americans, because again, he has kind of proven himself in the other region, in the land of the Latin Americas, and yeah, I wonder how that translates over. The other big thing though is that there aren't very many other Protoss players in Latin America. Not anymore. There used to be more, but you know, over time, Dastan retired. You know, how dare he become a medical engineer and finish his degree and get a job? So Dastan retired. Darkness on the flip side of things, not quite a medical engineer, but just a doctor. Darkness became a doctor, and then he's got his career going on. You've got Zions, who stepped away from the game. You've got Shakti, who started casting and then also stepped away. Shakti, aka Nano, the Brazilian Protoss. So now there aren't too many left. When I think of Latin American Protoss, it's Pacomike and it's Master. I guess now that I think about it, I think I would maybe rate Master a little bit higher than Pacomike right now. It's hard to say. Oh my god. As Trigger, as I was reminiscing a little bit, Trigger did go for a 2-gate opener here on Altitude, which is very odd, very sus, by the way, and we see why he's going to be going for a 3-gate 1-base all-in. Meanwhile, Pacomike went for a gate expand, so a much more economic opener here from Pacomike, and he's going to be the defender. He throws down a Robo to defend. Oh, shout out to the turtle. Meanwhile, we do see this has been scouted. Pacomike does confirm the 3rd gateway. Trigger is going to be looking to punish and to lay siege upon this expansion here, and again, the onus is on Trigger to try and break him, to try and kill him before the game goes on too long. Oh boy. But yeah, great reaction here from Pacomike to go for the Robo. He's going to be able to start Immortal production very early on, but this was scouted by Trigger, and Trigger is opting to make Adepts over Stalkers. The Adepts, they can tank a lot of Immortal shots, and ideally they're going to be able to shade on past and make it into a mineral line. The first 2 Stalkers are already going to be rocking up as well, just checking the front door. And we also have a Proxy Robo. Let's go. Immortal and Immortal action. I say that, but we can also get a Prism as well to help control, help micro, and help kind of have a pseudo blink here for the units of Trigger. Sentry is on the way for those shield batteries. Pacomike was not able to scout the additional proxy, by the way. Yeah, here we go. The Adepts are looking to shade on in, and the wall is not a wall. The Adepts will make it into the main. Ooh. And this is going to pull away the attention of Pacomike. This is not a good start. At the same time, the main army is knocking on the front door. The shield battery is going to be going down. There's not going to be an overcharge available. One small mistake, and we can see what happens. That Adept is still going ham in the main base. The pylon is now under threat as well, and it will go down. And that's the production gone. That's the one gateway that Pacomike had that is now depowered. He can only morph in and warp in those Immortals. The Robo is under threat. We do see Pacomike trying to deal with this, but the force field, no! Oh! He tries to recall it back, but no, it's too late. The Immortal goes down. And with the death of the Immortal, that's just going to be it. There's nothing else that we can make. The Robo falls. GG gets called, and Trigger takes game number 1. Oh my god. GG. What a quick way to start the series. Again, I was kind of reminiscing a little bit about the players, but Trigger going for a very aggressive opener on Altitude, capitalizing on it as well, and With that, he's going to be taking a lead in this series, is going to be looking to finish it off here in game 2. We'll see if El Paquito, Pacomike, can fight back. Oh. But yeah, the robot positioning was quite unfortunate as well, as we saw it was quite exposed to the elements, to the altitude of the map. And we'll see if he can fight back here as we are spawning in to Babylon. And in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon, we have the Canadian Protoss player currently leading the series 1-0, representing Team Basilisk. It is Trigger. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Babylon, we have his opponent. We have the best Protoss player in all of Latino America, representing License to Kill. It is Pacomike. El Paquito himself. This time, no double gate opener here from Trigger. This time we are setting up for a gate expand. So Trigger's going to be calming down a little bit after game number 1, after the chaotic nature of that. I kind of like that, you know, just keeping your opponent on their toes. Going to be mixing things up. Probes going to be passing here in the night and going to be scouting each other to confirm the more economic opener. I'm sure Pacomike is going to be breathing a little bit easier after seeing this. And he's going to be able to get into his own game. As the probes do dip on in, we can see Pacomike taking a second gas already. As Trigger is going to be as annoying as possible. Both players really just trying to delay each other's natural bases, throw down a pylon, force out a zealot. So to go, both players throw down their cyber cores as well. Zealot is on the way here for Trigger. I'm curious if Pacomike is going... Okay, no, never mind. I was going to say, I'm curious if he's going to attempt to make his Zealot or if he wants to throw down his tech a little bit faster instead. But no, Zealot is on the way. Oh. As we have a more down-to-earth, passive start here to the game. I need to breathe, Papi. I need to... After what just happened, Pacomike going for that pylon block here across the map. Again, giving the Zealot something to do. Meanwhile, the Zealot of Pacomike also finishes up. But there is no pylon, and we should be seeing the Nexus turn down, and there it is. Unfortunately, you can argue a little bit inefficient for Pacomike to have finished his first Zealot, but he's going to be trying to make use of it. It's going to be moving out. Going to be able to try and go the long way around the map, try to bypass the overall units here. The army. And we do see behind this, Pacomike did still go for a gate expand, but he's going for a Stargate behind this as well. Meanwhile, Trigger, we can see the hyper aggression coming back. 2 more gates, 3 gates in total. And oh my god, he he canceled his natural, Papi. Let's go. There is no order. He never threw it down. He was pylon blocked, if you recall. So Trigger once again is going 1 base all in. Pacomike is going to confirm that as he sees the lack of natural base. Oh boy. And it's not just 3 gates, it's 4. We're just memeing it up fully, completely. Let's go. 1 base, 4 gate, all in. The Stalkers have already arrived. The shield battery is under threat. We do have a Void Ray on the way, but Trigger is breaking in. Oh no, and with the death of that Stalker, this may just be it. The pylon is under threat as well. We do have 1 Stalker coming out here for Pacomike, but Trigger, he is focusing down that pylon. Does divert his attention over to the Stalker. Across the map, Trigger was forced to warp in or keep his units back at home. Is now finally going to be able to reinforce, but it's going to take a while. Pacomike for now has held his natural. He's got a 2nd pylon on the way. He hasn't rebuilt his shield battery though. Without a shield battery, I am really concerned for him. Boy, here we go. The Stalker count is getting insane. We're getting close to the 2-shot range here for the Void Rays. We have a sentry on the way, which will help with the force fields, but it's not done yet, and the shield battery is late. And with that late shield battery, it's over. GG gets called. Trigger once again with a different variation of the 2 base all in, but just not allowing Pacomike to play his game. He takes the series 2-0. GG. Oh my god. He's a bully, Poppy. He's a bully. Just not letting him get out of the early game. Pacomike struggling to defend here, but I'm sure he's going to be able to grow and learn from this experience as well. You know, early game defense has to be really tight, especially under such a high intense situation, a very chaotic situation, and it's something that you do have to nail down. So GG, well played. Pacomike gets knocked down to the lower brackets, and Trigger moves on to the upper bracket finals. To the upper bracket, where he's going to be facing another player, a very different player. And I know we've been focusing a lot on the Americas region, but this event is also open to Asia, to the Asia region as well, the EPT Asia region, so not including South Korea. And with that, we have an American facing an Australian.